They back there smirking. They smirking. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think he's too childish for me to watch. He's nice though. Really crazy. He doing some crazy stuff. Mm. Hello, Josh. It feels good. Mm, I guess. I'm just taking deep breaths. Just got a lot going on, man. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. Um, I'm very disappointed. You know? Yeah. Some people probably let things go by now, but I still have a lot of sadness in my heart. I feel bad for the person, the people that, you know, Lord, I'm just really stressed out right now, y'all. But I'll be alright. Some days are better than some. In this world, you have to go through some things in order to become better. But if y'all know, man, how hard I worked, oof, like I really did. And then people are very spiteful, use their power to bring people down. People use their power to bring people down. So hurtful. How many of you guys know have ever been through something like that? Have you ever been fired from a job you liked? Have you ever been fired from a job that you were good at, and then they turn around and lie on documentation. Have you ever been in that situation, Chat? Turn around and lie on black and white. Man, it really took a toll of me. It really took a toll of me because you know it really took a toll of me, guys. And I don't know how to feel. I should be very angry. Like I should be real angry. You know, I just wish I can go back and get that old girl that I knew. You know, but I can't. I can't because you know, karma fights the battle for you. God could fight your battles for you. But every time I think about it, man, every time I think about it, it pains my heart. Because how do you fire someone that was trying to stay out of trouble? How could you fire someone that has been provoked on a job numerous occasions and you fired the person that's called human resources every time you look around? It's crazy, boy. I ain't never been the type to call human resource, but I had to because there was no battle that I could fight there. I couldn't do it physically, because I love my life. But how do you come out of something like that? Someone that never been fired in their life. Oh, oh, maybe she wanted me to feel the way she feels. Yes, perhaps she's always been the lady who let me go. She's been disappointed all her life. People have always let her down and gave her no's. So when someone came in that she didn't find anything wrong with, all it was is life situations, you know, that I was going through, life situations, you know. It's not, I'm telling you, it's the way it happened that that ticks me off because I'm like, why would you fire me when you have people squalling at employees on the floor? Why would you fire me when you got people on the floor telling folk they can't take a break? How do you tell someone they can't take a break? In the state of Georgia, you're granted 2.15s an hour if you work 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours. You're granted 2.15s, one hour or 30 minutes. Well, you got to have an hour break if you work between 7 and 8 hours. Boy, I'm so mad. I'm very angry. I'm very angry. Because I've never done anything to anyone. I never done anything to anyone to deserve what has happened to me. And then she had the audacity to say something about a get your mental health together. Get your mental health check. Why would you say that to a person and fire them? Are you okay? Is your mental okay? Either your mental is off or you just waiting for the that they're setting you up for a situation that you're gonna say something like that to somebody and you're gonna find your head on the floor. Somebody gonna hurt you. Somebody gonna hurt you. I can't, and I would love to see it. I wish it was me. I wish I can. I wish it was me. Yeah. Man, I'm very upset. People calling me, just thousands of people calling me, blowing me up. You know the woman wrong, but it's only a matter of time before I show up at that place and I just show the world where you shouldn't go no more to shop because obviously we ain't welcome. No matter the kind, it's only a matter of time before I escalate the situation because I'm gonna escalate it. You know, that's the problem with Black America. Well, I don't think that lady. She's from America. She's actually Jamaican. Um, that's the problem with people. You know, black people. We always try to tear one another down. You see somebody, you feel that look better than you. You feel like they're more educated than you, which I'm very much so am. Um, you feel threatened with your job. You know, you got wrinkles underneath your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Look like a witch because you are, you know, and you have the audacity to discredit someone of their duty off a lie and humiliation. God is going to punish you, and He's going to punish you. Everybody that's involved, you're going to be punished. And I'm going to find out about it. Watch. It's probably already happening, because one thing that I understand You can't do nothing like that to a person like me, and God don't do nothing immediately. Somebody's trying to do it right. Trying. Someone, I'm trying to wrap it around my head. Someone that is trying to do the right thing, working people, and you try to discredit them, that's wrong. And I can only imagine how many other people who they've done this to. That's what bothers me so bad. And I sit here and think now, I've worked at the busiest stores. I ain't never had. Whew, it just bothers me, and I really hate that I sit there and I stopped at that store. I really something, and the store's so small, ain't even compared to what I'm used to working in bigger arenas. See, you sometimes people ain't got nothing to lose. They do the dumbest things. Hmm. People that don't have anything to lose does the dumbest things. This kind of action makes me want to study law. I ain't lying, because it's like I'm trying to figure out, what does it take for a person to get represented by somebody who knows the law, who knows right from wrong, and ain't scared. What's wrong? Ooh, Lord. Yeah, who? I mean, uh, this is so weird. What are you scared of? I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. I want to understand. I want to. I'm gonna. I'm becoming obsessed with um why are there people afraid to take cases? Why are they scared? I'm becoming obsessed with that, and I'm also becoming. It's almost like when I when I went to beauty school. I went to beauty school because I wanted to know, why do people wait so long in a salon? Why are they in there for 3 hours? So I decided. I said I wanted to learn how to do hair because I wanted to see why people have to wait in the salon so long. You know, and this situation here is pushing me to want to study law. I do. When one door closes, another door opens. Wider and bigger and freer. Stress free. You know what I enjoy about working in retail? Well, I have my forklift license. I've I worked in the warehouse majority of my life. Been in the warehouse industry where I've always had a good job. General Motors, I'm used to doing heavy duty work, steel toe. And when my best friend introduced me to the corporate world, I at the time I was envying her. I envied her because it was like, dang, bro, what are you complaining about your feet hurting and you can dress pretty when you go to work. At this time I was working at a doctor's warehouse where I helped with um I was like at Dr. Reddick's or something like that where you know, I was boxing up tablets, you know. Oh my God, and you know what? I probably go back home and go get me one of them simple jobs where I make a lot of money and just chill out for real. Because Georgia, it become too much for me. The hate, all this stuff is just becoming too much. But the only thing is, I just know that if I move back to Louisiana, I'm gonna have to let makeup go. I'm gonna have to let it go. Yeah, I ain't gonna even. I'm not gonna even try to do it anymore because I ain't gonna be able to do it anymore. I won't do it. If I go back to Louisiana and move back home soon, I won't do makeup anymore. It's not gonna be something I do. I would do it on myself, but I won't. I would sell it. I would sell my line, but I won't do makeup anymore. Yeah, it'll be a change. I won't do it. Because doing makeup requires like a big arena. Yeah. The woman who fired me, I thought maybe one day, I would do her makeup. Because anytime when I do people makeup, if they are have a inch of jealousy towards me, that happened once. That happened once. One of my floor managers, I'm not gonna mention her, but she was a little stressful for me. She was a little stressful for me. But I think she came from where I got terminated from. And I understand why she survived because she's more rough. Rough people survive there. I'm not rough like that. I'm not a rough, aggressive person. I have no reason to. What I did wrong was I down, I, what I did wrong. Let me tell you, the only thing I did wrong at this job is I belittled myself to go to that small arena. I degraded myself to go to that small arena when I didn't understand the situation. I didn't know. I didn't know that there were miserable people there. How am I to know that? You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get back into my job, but the moment that I filled out for another job, they let me go. The same day I filled out for another job, another location, I got fired. Boy, that ain't evil. Ooh, that ain't, if that ain't evil, that's evil. That's evil. That's evil doing. you fired me really because I filled out for another location where I needed to be, where I was gonna actually be put to work, where I would actually be able to not feel like I'm going to sleep at work because it's so slow. But anyway, I'm gonna get it out, baby. And I'm gonna get it all out. I'm gonna get it all out because I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of bad people in powerful positions. You wanted me to beg for my job back. You didn't even intend for that conversation to go that way. But you wanted to use your power to abuse, and you wanted me to beg for my job back. You got me twisted. You got me twisted. I would never beg a woman for nothing. If you ain't my mama, I never beg you for nothing. You crazy. Yeah, your mammy will be begging me before I beg you for anything. But anyway, um, I'm just not gonna give up on it. I ain't letting it out. I'm not gonna fold on it. Um, I'm just gonna do whatever I have to do. Uh, and if I don't get anybody, because I mean, people, they're trying to work with me or whatever, get this stuff together. They're working hand in hand with me. Don't get me wrong, but they asking me several questions that I'm just sick of answering. I'm sick of reliving it because every time I think about it, I get very angry. Like every time I think about somebody, um, for her, what all I could say is, what if I didn't have anybody? 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 I can tell you a lot of errors that this place have. I can tell you a lot of red flags that goes on here that is open for like a disaster waiting to happen. And I'm telling you, I'm about to tell the world about these people. Watch me. Watch what I tell you. Everybody finna know. I'm finna tell the world. I'm finna tell the world. But a lot of people tell me that, oh, that place ain't gonna be open long. Well, I can understand why. I can understand why. But before you go, you gonna have to give me my peace of mind. Cause I ain't got no peace of mind until justice is served. That's what I mean. And I'll go to any extreme to get justice. I don't care who I have to talk to. Anybody that listen, I talk. Anybody that listen. These people walk around as if They so big and they run the world, you know what I'm saying? But you know they don't know their jobs. If you're gonna walk with your shoulders up, know your paperwork. Know how to do your job to the extent where nobody should tell you how to do it. I keep hearing her call my name. They had it bad calling my name, and they had it bad like it makes my head hurt. You know what I'm saying? They used to call my name so much. Tyequiece, 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 Tyequiece. Oh, it drives me stupid. Like I was like, man, do you know how to read? My name is pronounced as it's spelled. Tyequiece. The C is silent. Could you read? Okay. Yes, he he does. Amen. One thing I tell you, one simple thing I learned in this case, baby, I helped a lot of people. I helped a lot of people. I did my job so good they told me I couldn't sell the other lines. But you fire me. And then you tell me I can't sell other brands. You tell a person not to do their job and you fired. You know what I'm saying? It's like they were much so it was like a lot of it's a very hostile environment where they contradict themselves a lot. They say don't do this and don't do that, but then they turn around and say do it. It's like you talking dealing with a child. Yeah, even a baby will be confused. Confuse a baby. Yeah, I do need to get me some hold on. Oh Lord, help me to get over this this pain. that I'm feeling. Help me get over the pain. That's all I can say. Help me get over this pain that I'm feeling. I feel pain for my sister and my brothers. I feel a lot of pain. But when God is done with you, I won't be able to do that again. It hurts me now. Um, hey Ford, Mustang baby. How you doing? I'm talking about my stuff now, Ford Mustang. I've came into this great depression since I've got wrongfully terminated on my job. It brought me to like, because this is what I was trying to prevent from happening. And then it turned around and happened. But the thing about it is, you know how you know when a person hates you? You know when a person don't like you? And you try your best to be positive when you know you're in the lion's mouth. But you don't have a choice because you love the job that you do and you want to grow there. Like I wanted to retire at my job. I I didn't want to really bounce around. I went back because I was planning on retiring. They taught me all the sales. They taught me how to move. They taught me all that I know. The company did. And I wanted to retire. That was my plan. Um I remember one time the floor manager that came back or whatever. I don't know. She said she never worked there before. Then people say she been there 1,000 times. She come back and forth, back and forth. People just lie to her. But she asked me. She came to me and she asked me in such a weird way. She said, do you want my job?" I said, "Huh?" Now remind you now, she's over the beauty department. I'm like, "No, I don't want no ma'am. I like to do makeup way too much. No, I couldn't." She said she asked me did I want her job. And then it blew her off. It threw her off when I said no. That was coming from the heart though. I don't want your job. No, before I run a floor, I wouldn't mind it, but they would have to pay me some money to deal with all girls in shape. Because if I was the floor manager, it's a lot of them that won't even be there no more. They'll be at Lennox somewhere making good money. Because I would train them. I would show them what it takes to be a salesperson. I would show them to how to go into the mall and get customers. If it was me who had your job, that store would be the number one selling cosmetic team in Georgia. And I put that on my own life. But you know what? But the thing about it is, in order for that to happen, you will have to clear house because it's not. You got to have people who know their job to bag you up. If it was me who was over the department, that would be a number one store because I ain't now store I ever went to that I didn't make number one. Touch I made number one. Every store it wasn't a day until I showed up. I was the money baby. But anyway, now that's what they told me though. Man, I worked for the big people for this company. They told me ties the money. Ties the money. Bring in the paper. Yes, you know how I did that? I learned everything around me because I love. It's a difference when you just working just to have a job. But when you work because you love what you do, there's no limits. You know, and I'm a very strong where I have an issue with these returns, just like anybody else. Not to the point where I will hit the table, not the point to I would hit the table and freak a person out because you had a bad sale. The people didn't like the fragrance. She should have got fired on spot. Oh, the lady didn't feel the need. The HR lady didn't feel the need to let her go for hitting the table because she was mad because I had to make a return. But that's what the customer didn't like the product. What you want me to do? What do you want me to do if they don't like something? People are used to bullying around them. But I pray to God. I pray to God, chat. I pray to God that I never have to experience anything like what I experienced coming into this year. I pray to God I never have to experience it again. I pray to God I never have to experience that again. And I pray that nobody out there have to ever experience that. Where you're in a situation you're trying to, you know, grow. Could you guys subscribe to the channel? Oh my God. I hope nobody have to go through what I went through. I was going through it going in and I went through it coming out. The end result of it was I end up going to the hospital. That was my end result. I end up going to the hospital. Yep. My mama had been telling me you need to find you a real job. She been telling me that. And I'm like, Mama, I said, Mama, I like my job. I just tell my mom, Mama, I like my job. Think I'm at a real job. She said, "Now you need to find you a real job. You good at hospital work. You need to go work in the hospital because you good with people and you love people." I said, I don't want to do that, Mom. I don't want to do that. Find you a real job. She told me. I can also be a counselor. And then you try to you come at a counselor about their mental health. Are you all right? I will go circles around you and get into your head and really figure out, oh, how many times have you tried to take yourself out? That's what I would tell her. Because a lot of people who act like that ain't no good. She got all kind of demons around her. Thank you for helping me. Really? You're welcome. You're welcome for it, Mustang. And it's gonna make me cry. It'll make me cry. It's gonna make me cry, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. That's something I never forget. I never get a thank you. And I thank you for that. Thank you so much. That's all I ever want to do is help people. That's all I ever want to do is stand up for people who can't stand up for themselves, who can't talk for themselves. But I'm often in situations where I'm in a place nobody stands up for me. I'm always in a situation where I'm always getting belittled while I'm uplifting. The only person I know that always have stood up for me is my mother and my father. It's the only people. My parents. My sister. My best friend stands up for me. But no one, I never experienced, never, I never hear thank you. But the lady said that I should get my mental health in check and then turned around and fired me. Get your mental check, get your mental together. Get your mental health together. Dang. They didn't turn around and fire me. Wow. But you know what? God gonna help you get yours together, Miss Lady. God is gonna help you. You know, He's gonna make her eat them words. She said, "I believe it. I can't do it. I ain't got no control over it. God does. But I'm really suffering. Um, because I had my mind set on forever be, but your forever, if your plans are not the same plans as God. Like my plans were to do hair for the rest of my life. Uh but I learned how to do makeup. And it became one of my favorite things to do. Um yeah, I learned how to do makeup and it became one of my favorite things to do. Makeup brought me so much joy. It brought me so much joy. You know, like the downside, if I've had a rough day, if I go into my studio, I feel okay because that's where all my makeup is, and I feel I feel good. You know, whenever I whenever I'm around makeup, you know, I feel so good. You know, For Mustang, I like your profile pictures. It's unique. Who is it? Yeah, but anytime I'm in the makeup world, I'm always happy. I'm gonna do makeup for the rest of my life, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. There's no devil in hell that's gonna keep me from doing that, for being the best at it. There ain't no devil in hell. They might, though they try, though they lie, though they lie, steal, and cheat, very deceitful. But there's no devil in hell is gonna take that from me. You know,